One day, Pyra just disappeared. I couldn't find her anywhere. It was as if she vanished off the face of all rest. Without a trace.
What's up, guys? How you doing? So, Nintendo Direct, February 17th, 2021. So let's take a look at this.
I'll find you, whatever it takes. This is where you were. Pyra!
Sorry, Rex. I couldn't tell you. Because... I got an invitation to join Smash!
Zine. Okay, so... Alright.
Oh, I thought I was gonna be in Smash.
Just sit back and leave it to me, Rex. Behold the power of the Aegis!
I mean, it makes complete sense. It really does.
That's genius! You're pretty much owning them, and these are seasoned fighters!
There are no pushovers!
Talk about a tight spot.
Mithra?
Let me handle this.
I mean, they do some pretty cool trailers. So,
Mithra!
they're just running out of ideas now, I think, for Smash.
Hey, were these guys planning on winning?
But this one makes the most sense.
Coming through! Lightning Buster! Photonic! Ray of Punishment! Chromata! Foresight!
What? You can even use that?
Hey, right here!
So you two can swap between each other freely?
With serious firepower and blinding speed. Together, nothing can stand in our way!
Quite the spectacle, aren't they?
Wait, Gramps?
That's the stage.
I've missed this whole party.
That's actually pretty cool.
Goodbye once in a while. Oh, look, our friends are here.
I really think they're running out of ideas for Smash now, though.
You're all mine! I'll lend you a hand!
Sacred Arrow! Burning
Sword! Nailed it!
Sure did! Witness our power! Shulk?
I mean,
Never expected
duh.
to see you two again. Well, now that you're in Smash, I won't go easy on you!
Ooh, fighting words. You forget.
At least it wasn't another Fire Moon character. I think they're ultimately running out of ideas here. But this one actually does make the most sense.
Hello everyone. It's been a while. I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations. However, we haven't been able to present a Nintendo Direct in this style for some time.
That is correct. We've all been waiting.
I'm happy to share this Nintendo Direct with you all today. We appreciate your continued support.
I mean, the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 thing with opening with Smash, It's a good thing they didn't
Okay.
save it till the end.
What you just saw was the
I'll explain
reveal
why.
trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Pyra and Mithra. They originally appeared in the Xenoblade Chronicles series as Rex's 2-in-1 ally. Please look forward to seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This fighter releases in March, so we hope you'll stay tuned just
What's up,
a
Alan? How
bit
you doing?
longer. All right, let's continue with our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Oh, by the way, chat box is open above me here. It'll pop up and I will see it. Hey, there's Fall Guys. Were they gonna make physical boxes too with just download codes also? Kind of like Fortnite? I get this is another game that makes complete sense for the Switch. If the Switch had built-in like 5G.
Stumble toward greatness when Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout comes to the Nintendo Switch system summer 2021.
People still playing Fall Guys though?
You have
Comments
22
above
minutes
if you're
before
still
the
playing
solar
Fall
system
Guys.
is destroyed. Venture into the
I'm
vast
gonna move
reaches of
myself
space to uncover
over
the
here.
secrets left behind by an ancient
I'm gonna be
civilization.
right next to Mario. There we
You
go.
have 22 minutes. After that, the sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated. However, everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information you gathered. By repeating these cycles, you'll gradually unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe. What messages will you discover? How can you prevent the sun from exploding? Why is the solar system trapped in an endless time loop? Find out when the critically acclaimed Outer Wilds launches on Nintendo Switch summer 2021.
That's pretty cool. A lot of critically acclaimed awards there for Outer Wilds.
Put your sleuthing skills to the test in 2 classic murder mystery games. Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind.
Famicom Detective
2
Club.
deep cuts from Nintendo history are
Wow.
coming to North America for the first time.
Wow.
Localized in English and modernized for the Nintendo Switch system.
That's cool.
Suspense, drama, and twists and turns await at every corner. You'll be on the edge of your seat as you dive into these deep narratives set in Japan. In one game, you'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in a haunted village while dealing with amnesia.
Who's Amnesia?
But that's not the only case to crack.
一人で教室にいると後ろから誰かの呼ぶ声がする
In the other game, you'll investigate a supernatural rumor after a mysterious death to free students from a sinister nightmare. Interrogate suspects and hunt for clues to piece together these chilling conundrums. Can you figure out who the culprit is before it's too late?
助けてここから出して
Sorry, I'm just taking notes.
自分の目の前に血染めの少女が立っている
No, Mario, don't watch.
Uncover
Don't
the
watch
deadly
Mario.
truth in Famicom Detective Club The Missing Heir and Famicom Detective Club The Girl Who Stands Behind. Coming to Nintendo Switch May 14th.
That's pretty cool.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I know people will be into that.
A new age of battles begins.
Cool. Yeah, Samurai Warriors 5. Yep. Dope. No date though.
The latest entry in the Samurai Warriors franchise is coming to Nintendo Switch. Dive into the history of the Sengoku period as the series now shines the spotlight on Nobunaga Oda.
If it looks
and
that
Mitsuhide
good,
Akitsu.
yeah, okay.
character designs and visuals have been revamped for this installment.
I just was about to
Unleash
say that.
high-octane moves in electrifying 1 versus 1,000 battles.
So if it looks like kind of like Hyrule Warriors, then they're
In Samurai
pretty good.
Warriors 5, slashing its way onto Nintendo Switch, summer 2021. The vast world of Fadiel beckons. After 20 long years, Legend of Mana featuring remastered
Mana.
HD graphics is coming to
Hi.
Nintendo Switch. You'll set off on a journey to find the mystical mana tree seen in a dream. Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels, you'll acquire special items called artifacts. Place them on the map to bring towns, dungeons, and other lands to life. It's up to you on when and where to place artifacts, as well as how to advance the story. Join forces with characters, each on their own personal quests. Square off against fearsome monsters. Or take a break from adventure and rest up at home.
I mean,
The
anybody
music has
pick up
been
the collection of
rearranged for
Mana
this enhanced version.
on the Switch?
You can alternate between the new arrangement and the original soundtrack. Other features
I
have been
have it.
added, including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land. Legend of Mana will launch
Hey,
on Nintendo Switch
month.
June 24th.
Oh, my handwriting sucks. There we go. Oh, here comes Capcom. Yep. Are you gonna show us a little more Monster Hunter Rise here, or? Okay. This game is gonna get everybody hooked on Switch, man. They always have 1 or 2 titles a year that get everybody hooked on Switch. And these look fantastic for the Switch. But Monster Hunter, if you don't know, is a very long-running series that has millions of players playing online, either single or together.
So it's finally beginning.
It's awesome.
Go assemble the villagers. 50 years ago, Kamura village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo. And we suffered some devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
Our hunter's about to face the biggest challenge yet!
Delete.
No! We can't lose this gauge! Pull yourselves together! You're not getting in!
Let's go, everyone!
Go rampage somewhere else!
You listen to me now!
Here it comes! Watch out for the apex! Do not let it pass!
The rampage. How long do you think it's going to last?
Yep. Comes out at the end of March.
Inoa, we should start preparations right away. We're here to offer assistance. We must stop the calamity!
Wait, did they just say Calamity? That's cool. Oh man, look at that special edition Switch and the Pro controller right there.
That
They always
was
know how
the
to kill
latest
it, man.
trailer for Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom.
I like that gold outlay.
How will our heroes
Or inlay,
fare
excuse me.
against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series, launching March 26th. Next, please take a look at this.
The fairway is open.
Wait, was that
once
Mario Golf?
again. Tee off on the latest installment of the Mario Golf series, coming to Nintendo Switch. Study the wind and terrain. Take your time to think things through.
Awesome.
Then swing.
Hell yeah, man. Love me some Mario Golf.
Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters on courses filled with lush, natural scenery. Use features on the greens, like a shot gauge, to see how your shot will curve due to slopes, and a scan that lets you examine a course's terrain. These features
Just
can
keep
help
it
you
arcadey.
ace your
Don't go too
shots.
simulation.
In addition to button controls,
Yep.
you can also use motion controls.
Figure they're
by
gonna
holding
work that
a
in.
Joy-Con controller like a golf club.
They're gonna come out with so many accessories for it too,
Gently
probably.
swing the controller to have your character swing in the
Nintendo's
game,
like the king of that.
letting you easily enjoy the sensation of golfing. On top of all that, there are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf, including this one, Speed Golf.
What the?
Here, it's always your turn.
That'd be really cool if you
Everyone
can
tees
jump
off
into
at the
like.
same time, then you'll
Hold on.
race through the course to reach your ball. Give it another whack
Man.
to get it closer to the hole, then keep going. Outpace your opponents to come out on top. Your golfing skills aren't the only things at play. Make use of dashes and special shots to beat the
That
competition.
is so cool.
Oh,
I wish you
did
could
we
jump into your
mention
cart though, and then you can do like
story
Mario
mode?
Kart races like
As
down
a
the.
Mii character,
That'd be so cool.
you'll start out as a rookie and develop your golfing skills while interacting with various Mushroom Kingdom characters. Level up with experience points earned during matches. Then, allocate points to different stats, allowing you to develop your character however you'd like. You can also use your Mii in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test.
Did anybody
when
play
Mario
Golf
Golf
Story?
Super
'Cause Golf
Rush
Story is
swings
dope.
on Nintendo Switch June 25th. Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop after this
June
presentation.
25th, man. That's like, oh my god, the summer's gonna be awesome.
The latest game in the Mario Golf series
So good.
adds new gameplay for multiplayer modes,
Screw you,
as
Nintendo.
well as the familiar golf gameplay
God damn
with
it.
easy-to-learn
Just take my money.
controls. Please look forward to this game on Nintendo Switch.
It'd be hysterical if they just jump into their
Let's
carts
move
and
on
start like
to more Nintendo Switch
throwing-
headlines.
like items like in Mario Kart. That would make sense. You
Check
could
out
put
these
Mario
games
golf
coming
carts.
to Nintendo Switch. Return to the unforgiving world of Pandora in Tales from the Borderlands. Play as the Hyperion lackey Reese and the quick-witted con artist Fiona as you set out to recover a mountain of cash. Set between Borderlands 2 and 3, this game includes all 5 episodes, filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters, bandit lords, and vault hunters are just a handful of the obstacles you'll
Very
encounter in this
underrated.
choice-driven narrative adventure. Embark on a wild ride when
Wasn't
Tales
something that
from the
people
Borderlands
asked for a
launches
long
on
time ago.
Nintendo Switch, March 24th.
That's jeez. 2 days before
32
Monster
of
Hunter Rise.
Capcom's most beloved arcade classics are coming to Nintendo Switch. Rewind gameplay, adjust game speed or difficulty, and select from a variety of display options to relive that sweet arcade goodness.
it's so
Get
good.
1943 The Battle of Midway for free. Then purchase game packs or the standalone Ghosts and Goblins add-on to build your collection.
Screw Ghosts and
Local
Goblins.
co-op play is also available. Scratch that nostalgic itch when Capcom Arcade Stadium launches
Is
later
that Strider?
today.
Yeah. Today? Launch today.
Brains. As a zombie, you just
Stubbs
can't
a
get enough
zombie.
of it. In this action game from Aspire, you'll build your zombie horde and take revenge on the city by turning humans into your undead allies. Replenish
What?
your bodily arsenal of sputum head, gut grenades, and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto Nintendo Switch March 16th.
That's awesome.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Wow.
It's Travis Touchdown versus Assassins.
No
Wait,
more heroes.
aliens? Aliens have invaded Earth. Hold up, is this
No
even
more
the
Heroes
right
3.
game?
Finally, show
Anyway,
us something.
after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate. Here we go. As the crass, beam katana-wielding assassin Travis Touchdown, you'll need to fight your way to the top to save the world. Hey, not so fast. To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll
Wow.
then face off against a slew of unusual opponents.
How Shenmue of you.
Most of them aliens with some crazy tricks up their sleeves. Study their tactics carefully to gain the upper hand in combat. With a new and improved Death Glove, you'll have access to a variety of deadly skills that can be customized and upgraded before each match. The fate of the world is at stake, so get ready to kick some, whatever aliens have that you can kick. Anyway, it'll all make sense when No More Heroes 3 lands on Earth. Or, you know,
Finally!
Nintendo Switch, August 27th.
We have a logo and a date. Awesome. Let's get the frame rate tight and you're good.
In heaven?
Shin Megami Tensei? Oh, no.
As above,
Neon white.
so below. Why do they need assassins in heaven? To do someone's dirty work.
It looks like a fantasy-esque Mirror's Edge.
It's kill or be killed. You won't last long if you can't rely on yourself. God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
Uncover Heaven's mysteries in neon white, coming to Nintendo Switch, winter 2021. The DC superhero girls are here to save the day.
Hi, everyone. My name's Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl. I'm always inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and Bathook. This is Supergirl. She's super strong and has.
I mean, as stupid as this looks, these things
and
do
let's
sell.
not forget Wonder Woman, an Amazonian warrior who wields the
Just look
lasso
up
of
Slime Rancher.
Along
Okay,
with
for
our
PS4
friends
and
Green
Xbox
Lantern,
One.
Bumblebee, and Zatanna,
You'll know
we
exactly what
fight
I'm talking
evil
about.
supervillains
That
to
game's
keep our
sold,
city
man.
safe. But we're not just about the super life. We also have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown with my besties. Ooh, and maybe take some photos to share on Superstar Post while we're at it. Hey, I got a comment already. Nice. Ooh, and I definitely want to hit up Sweet Justice later. Uh-oh, something really bad is threatening the city. No one could have seen it coming, but when justice calls, you can count on us to answer no matter what. We've just got to make sure no one figures out our secret identities.
DC Superhero Girls Team Power heroically soars onto Nintendo Switch June 4th. Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
Zombies. Okay. Plants vs. Zombies. Actually, is that on Switch already? Battle for Neighborhoodville. I guess it wasn't. March something. People still play Plants vs. Zombies? Because it was cool when I played it back like 6 years ago. What's up, Zach? I agree. This actually, again, this is a great game for the Switch, like they showed with another game earlier, which I'll run through the list at the end of this. But if the Switch had like the Vita had back in the day, if it had 5G, or hell, even 4G, like that, those games would be perfect, man. They'd have people all the time online.
Hint: anyone can. Band together on a quest
Miitopia's
to
coming
face
back?
evil and save faces.
Whoa!
Miitopia is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Whoa!
Cast Mii characters in various roles across the kingdom. Turn your favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord. Makeup has been added as a new feature.
What's missing is Street Pass, though,
Glam
from the
up your maze
3DS,
and
man.
Get them ready for adventure.
3DS with the Street Pass made the part of this game,
There's
dude.
also a new wig feature, letting you
And
go
unfortunately,
wild
Nintendo
with your
Switch
Mii
does not have
creations
Street
and
Pass.
makes them even more fabulous.
Ah, missed opportunities.
In the world of Miitopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some quality time with allies to strengthen bonds. This can give you
Persona.
an advantage during battle. If your relationship's sour, though, things might take a turn for the worse. Whoa! You can have a horse as an ally? That sounds pretty darn good. Care for it, and it'll lend a hand, or poof, in battle. Venture with friends and familiar faces in the lighthearted romp Metopia. Coming to Nintendo Switch May 21st.
Dude, everything is like
Pre-orders
second
begin
quarter.
today on Nintendo eShop.
Damn. Killing it right now, Nintendo.
Super Mario themed items are coming to your island.
I haven't touched Animal Crossing probably since
Super Mario Bros.
Summertime.
35th anniversary themed items are coming
Once the
to the
lockdown was
Animal
done.
Crossing New Horizons game. Familiar items like the Super Mushroom and the Question Block can be ordered in-game as furniture items. So place them however and wherever you'd like. You can also place 2 warp pipes.
That's cool. That'll make fast travel so much more accessible. Actually, that'll great
Then
fast
use them
travel.
to travel between locations on your island.
Thank God.
Hey, why not try recreating the Mushroom Kingdom? A free update for the game launches February 25th. After downloading it, Super Mario Bros. Items will be available via Nook Shopping starting March 1st. Keep an eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the latest information.
That's dope.
We hope you continue enjoying life on your island.
How was that? These collaboration items will be released
Give me more,
as
Nintendo.
part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary
Give me
events.
more.
Please wait a bit
me
longer
more.
for their release. Speaking of which, last week we had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game. We hope you enjoyed that Mario adventure as well.
I have a video on my YouTube
Next,
with playing with my
we
wife.
have another game to show you.
Fantastic game. Good port from the Wii U. Something about Shin Megami? Anything?
He leaves us no recourse. Swords! Never.
Is this Octopath 2?
This frost will answer for its crimes today.
Are these
That's
the wages
definitely
of
Octopath
loyalty?
Traveler 2.
Raised earth and burnt corpses.
You and no other must decide how we proceed.
You are a leader and must be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest.
Together with these fields, today you burn.
I promise to do all in my power to see us through this safely, every last one of us.
Far, far away
Project
lies
Triangle
the
Strategy?
continent of Norzilia, comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits of salt and iron. The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually ignited into a great conflict known as the Salt Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an uneasy truce, decades later the flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
So Octopath Traveler.
You say?
It's the same art style.
In this new tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapon.
Okay, grid-based
Range can be
system.
extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons
Grid-based tactical
such
RPG.
as bows and arrows. Thus, your forces can use the terrain and other elements to
Just give us
gain the
Advanced
upper
Wars, for God's sake,
hand.
for Advanced Wars.
An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful
Like, Advanced
blow from
Wars
the
in this
ally
style would be
positioned
awesome.
behind the enemy.
Do that.
charge into an enemy to send them flying into position for a follow-up attack.
We win.
Link attacks together by first casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain. Then electrify the area with lightning magic. It is of the utmost importance to survey the battlefield before taking action. Throughout the story, you will be faced with making important decisions in a variety of situations. Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information
That's
you
why we saw the
gathered
scales
to
in the beginning.
sway allies toward your favored cause.
This seems like too much.
The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
So they refused to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what true might is.
I mean, 2021.
Project Triangle Strategy.
This is
a
the
brand new
development and
tactical
where we should be
RPG
going.
From Square Enix will launch in 2022. Please be on the lookout for more information in the
Super
future.
Octopath Traveler 2. Shut up.
After this presentation, a demo version of this game will be available to download on Nintendo eShop. And in the future, we'll conduct a survey to gather player feedback. We look forward to hearing your responses on the demo.
It just seems like way too much is going on in that game, but
Please look forward to future updates
it's cool.
on this brand
I like
new
the idea.
tactical RPG from Square Enix. Okay,
take
let's
chances
see
on
a
new
few
stuff,
more
man. Otherwise, we're
Nintendo
not going to
Switch
get any
headlines.
anything new.
Calling
You know?
all hunters. Do you have what it takes?
Star Wars Hunters? What? Okay.
Star Wars Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter coming to
Interesting.
Nintendo Switch in 2021.
Don't get a lot of talks about that.
All right, let's do this.
All right, Sal. Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take one.
We all play for different reasons.
Counter-Strike?
Gorgon loved battle. Gorgon used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery,
Legends, wow.
Hades' soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting for a hero.
In my line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
Just once I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my
Yeah, the
hands.
trail's going on way too long.
I'm gonna lead my team
Just tell me what the game is.
and kick some serious ass.
Look, it's simple.
Gorgon want new weapons.
I've lost
Knockout
interest already.
City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. Woo! Come get some.
You have about 30 seconds to grab my attention, and you spent all that time just with a stupid scripted trailer.
Let's find out what sound your face makes.
Like a dodgeball, open world dodgeball game?
Roger that. Heads up, Your Highness.
Eat
Lost it! Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers. Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey, can we redesign our characters? You're not a team if you're not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone, not a bloody fashion show.
Pass to me.
I really don't think this is going to catch on.
Interview's over. Come on, man, one more game.
It's taking way too long. Okay, thank you. Online dodgeball game. That's all you had to tell us.
The fight
Hit
for
people in the face.
survival starts now.
Hang on tight, because you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life, literally. Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park, the 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
I don't want to die yet! Sorry to scare you all, but the game is canceled!
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey
the prior
across the
game?
country that
Yeah,
blends
I wouldn't say
side-scrolling
ARMS,
action
it's
with suspenseful
in the
narrative.
style of ARMS, but it's literally just a team-based open
As you
area
make your way back
dodgeball
home
game.
to
It's like
Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with a group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's End Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th.
a lot of story-based stuff coming out.
Wield the powers of
Hey,
Olympus.
Hades.
The physical release of Hades. Hades, the critically acclaimed dungeon crawler
Hades is
and
great.
recipient of multiple Game of the Year awards, is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch.
I'm not a
This
rogue,
version comes with
a
a couple of
roguelike
extras to
person,
assist you on your journey
but this
out
is
of the
done
underworld.
really well.
The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack. It's packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping music composed by Darren Korb, known for his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion. The second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant cast of gods, ghosts, and monsters, all by Supergiant's art director, Gen Z. And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again, or for the
They know what
first
they're
time,
doing.
with the physical version of Hades on March 19th. That's
really soon.
3 deadly action games, 1 masterful collection.
Is that Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Son of a bitch.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2.
What?
And Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge are coming to Nintendo Switch as the action-packed Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
What?
You
Wow,
are the
that's like one of the
legendary ninja
last
Ryu
Wii U
Hayabusa,
ports,
fighting
man.
against a great evil with battle skills that are second to none. Wield an arsenal of killer weapons, each offering a playstyle with different set of lethal skills,
Oh my
along
God.
with ruthless ninjutsu to swiftly take down enemies.
Sigma's gonna be hard to copy over
Quickly
though.
gauge your opponent's movements while
I wanna see how the
unleashing
frame
fast
rate
and
is on
frenzied
that.
combos. And team up with other super ninjas in your
Because a lot
quest
of
to
like
fulfill
stuff
your
was very like precise.
All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included.
They're going into they're going in with the collections
Revel
though,
in the
man.
intensity of Ninja Gaiden in
Mm.
one dynamic collection. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo Switch summer 2021.
Wow, man, that's crazy.
More battles are coming to
More?
Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
Damn, man. June 10th for the Ninja Gaiden thing, and they were sitting on a lot of stuff. Don't make it a DLC pack, Nintendo. I will hurt you. Oh, it's an expansion pack. Son of a... $20, you son of a... You just lost about half your audience for that game, Nintendo.
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch. Bravely Default 2 is almost here. 4 Heroes of Light will soon embark on a journey to restore the crystals. Use the job system to develop your characters and master the Brave and Default commands.
Here we go,
to emerge
montage.
victorious
Gotta write this all
in turn-based
down.
Battles. Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy this brand new story on February 26th. A new trailer for Bravely Default 2 will be revealed following this presentation. The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available.
And a Pop News.
The latest installment in the legendary Ghosts and Goblins series comes to life. As the brave knight Arthur, you'll unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within the demon realm. Local co-op play is also available for the first time.
eShop or
Help
physical?
Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters: Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation, or Archie for bridges. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. 8 protagonists, 8 captivating
Saga
journeys.
Frontier.
Saga Frontier has been
Wow.
remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus, Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game launches April 15th.
RPGs galore, man. Everyone's gonna be set for this year if
Apex
you only have to
Legends is
Switch.
storming onto the Nintendo Switch system. This free-to-play battle royale features a growing
Again.
roster of powerful contenders named Legends, strategic combat,
How
cross-platform
is
play,
the Switch
and more.
not 5G, man?
All players on Nintendo Switch can get an all-new legendary Pathfinder skin and 30 free levels for the Season 8 Mayhem Battle Pass. Plus, for the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double XP when you play on Nintendo Switch. Fight for fortune, fame, and
Multiplayer
glory
game of the year,
when Apex Legends
2019.
enters the fray March 9th.
It's not my
How's it going
style
so
anymore,
far?
but still, game
There's
looks
still
fantastic.
a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct, so we
Another piece
hope
of
you'll
paper.
stick with us. Next, please take a look at this.
Hello there, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot
Wait
of
for
you
it.
saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year. For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer.
Then why are you here?
While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
35th anniversary. Let's go. Oh, Apex Legends. Zach. Oh, they're doing Twilight Princess HD. Not Twilight Princess. Skyward Sword HD. Alright. I've been working on remasters. Did we take out the stupid motion controls and make it traditional controls? HD.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on
I
the
was
Wii console,
not a big fan
and now
of this
it's
game.
coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con
give me
controllers.
traditional controls.
The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks.
We get it.
You can
Next.
perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling
God.
over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick. Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction.
There's gonna be so many missed swings, though.
Here's something else we've been
Like
working
incorrect swings. I'm guaranteeing that right now.
on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right
Oh
Joy-Con
my
controller
God,
is
what are you
themed
doing,
after the
Nintendo?
Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif. The Legend of Zelda Skyward
look awesome.
Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
Damn it. Just take my money, Nintendo.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July
It's
16th.
the summer of Nintendo right here.
Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop.
Everybody's gonna be playing
And the
like
specially designed Joy-Con controllers will
button
launch
mode.
on the game's release date at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you
What are you
scaled
getting to?
walls with vines or ran. Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well.
I didn't like it because of the motion controls. It was centered around. Hopefully, button
Please
mode
look
only.
forward to The
Button
Legend
only
of
mode
Zelda
works.
Skyward
Excuse me.
Sword HD.
That's it for Zelda?
Well,
Really?
what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today. Please take a look at this.
Better kill it. Splatoon. Was it like Fallout Splatoon or Splatoon Fallout? It sounds like the background Wii music there. They're like heavily invested in Splatoon, man. Spot train. Do we have to watch this whole sequence? Yakuza Splatoon? Yeah, we're gonna do it eventually. I mean, to be fair, it's been 4 years since we got a Splatoon, since Splatoon 2, so... I think they're just updating it for the esports scene. Okay. Just announcing it. No Metroid news, no nothing.
What you've just seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while. We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time. Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in development, and we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay. Alright, so... Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here. Pause that video there. So, just in case nothing else comes up. Okay. Alright, so... There's a lot to run down through real quick. Because they just kept firing on all cylinders, man. That was insane. Good lord. There we go. Okay, so, first reveal... Okay, Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Playable characters in Smash. Alright, cool. Reveal trailer. I just feel like they're running out of ideas now for Smash. Just personal opinion. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Coming out soon for Switch. I tried Knockout Fall Guys a few times. It's very repetitive. I've seen people play it, stream it. It's the same thing over and over and over again. I've never won around. It appeals to some people. That's cool. You do you. Outer Wilds, critically acclaimed game that came out a couple of years ago. Not for nothing. Really cool. They were able to port that to the Switch. They did that with the Outer Worlds. The Smash characters are Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade 2. That was in the beginning at the top of the presentation. Outer Wilds, again, very cool game. Glad they're bringing it over to the Switch, much like they were able to do with the other Confused game, Outer Worlds, and they put it to the Switch, so that's pretty cool. 2 revamped games from history from a long time ago, the Famicom Detective Club series, coming out May 14th. The Missing Heir and Girl Who Stands Behind. Detective story-based type games, investigative type games. Those look pretty cool. We got Samurai Warriors 5. We got no date, though, unfortunately. Legend of Mana. That's a surprising thing. It doesn't seem like they touched up anything. They just kind of like took it and just put it to the Switch, which is pretty cool. We have... And Legend of Mana, is coming out June 24th. Monster Hunter Rise. There's monster reveals. Which we knew they were going to do closer. Maybe they'll do like another mini direct for that. We'll see. That makes more sense because that's coming out March 26th. So that comes out in like 5 weeks now. 5-6 weeks. Less than 6 weeks. But then they revealed the special edition Switch, the dock and the Joy-Cons and all that stuff. That looks really cool. That's including the special edition Pro Controller, which looks really cool. So just from my knowledge alone, if you want that stuff, you got to either pre-order it or get it right away because it'll be gone, especially nowadays with how gaming is. What blew my mind, another Mario Golf Super Rush, which is very cool, coming out June 25th. There's a speed golf mode where you're running through the course and just trying to beat everybody to the end of the hole. Like real time, you're running. And then there's you can have an inclusion of your Mii. So it's like a Mii mode RPG progression type thing, which is pretty cool. So I'll take that. Kind of like the Mario Tennis, not the Mario Tennis thing, but there's a couple of things that were very similar to other games that they took and put it into the Mario Golf. We had an announcement for Tales of the Borderlands being ported over to the Switch March 24th. Capcom Arcade Stadium, which is a compilation, which everybody was kind of looking at prior to this, which we all knew it was coming out, and it all really depends on how Capcom is going to price structure this, because it's not just a compilation of everything and pay for everything, get it. It's you pay for different packs apparently, or you pay for each game separately. We'll see how that works. Apparently, it launches today, so you can download it, as well as the packs to unlock other games, which is kind of crappy, but we'll see how that lands. Stubbs the Zombie making a return. Rebel Without a Pulse, kind of like a action platformer, 3D action platformer, old school type game from the Xbox original era, if I remember correctly, PS2 era. launching March 16th. We finally got a date for No More Heroes 3, which is August 27th, and a logo. Thank God. We saw parts of like how you're going to attack using a death glove, and you get to do like you can't access like boss battles without doing like side missions, which is very Shenmue-esque. So we'll look forward to that. There is a fantasy-esque Mirror's Edge type game called Neon White from Annapurna, launching hopefully sometime in winter of 2021. Again, it has to do with like devils and demons and angels. Okay, like the Japanese culture loves that stuff, so let's go with that. It looks cool though. We have the kitty thing that they had to put in there, which is the DC Superhero Girls Teen Power thing. That ran way too long. But again, that stuff sells. Again, look up Slime Rancher on PS4, Xbox. That sold like crazy during the holiday. Look up, any of the Lego games. Those sell tremendously. So I have nothing bad to say against that, except it's not for me. But it does sell, so they know what they're doing. I thought this was already on the Switch to begin with, but Plants vs. Zombies. I'm sorry, the DC Superhero Girls Teen Power launches June 4th. Back to Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for Neighborhoodville, which has been out for some time already. That launches March 19th. I thought that was on the Switch. Again, a lot of the games on the reveal here would make perfect sense if you were able to actually play this anywhere. Play the Switch anywhere, instead of having to rely on a Wi-Fi signal, which is kind of again, some just missed opportunities with where the Switch is. I'll get back to that in a second. So then we had Miitopia. Miitopia is being got revealed again, ported or new version. You can now have like a whole bunch of new customization options. You can now have a horse as an ally. Giddy up, let's go. That launches May 21st. Unfortunately, no Street Pass stuff. 3DS was so good. That's why it sold so much. Anyway, so Animal Crossing and Mario crossover. There's like clothing items. There's warp pipes now where you can create you can put warp pipes so you can have quick travel to like wherever you want to go on your island, and you can put the flag in there, and you can do like recreate little cute like Mario things in Animal Crossing for your island, which is you can download the pack now, but apparently like the other stuff for purchase in the Nook shopping area isn't available until March 1st. Okay, cool. That was a cute little thing there. We had this is so Octopath Traveler 2, but they're calling it as a working title, Project Triangle Strategy, which is a grid-based tactical RPG, which will be coming out fully in 2022, but there's a demo available now after they just did this presentation. It's in the same art style as Octopath Traveler. That's why I'm calling Octopath Traveler 2. But they have this cool thing where to progress the story, you have to... They said a lot, but basically you have to persuade characters in the game to vote on how you want the story to progress. So there's like 3 different scales, and you have to basically get those characters to vote how you want the story to progress or how you want it to progress. So they said a lot, and it seems that there's a lot involved in the game, and there's a lot going on, so my brain was like... Bleh. And it just kind of like blew up, but we'll see how that goes. If you want to try the demo, go for the demo, which is available now. The Project Triangle Strategy. So, if you're into those kinds of games, cool. As I always say on my stream, just try to perfect doing one genre and make a really good game based off that one genre. And a lot of the times when they try to do multiple things at one time, the waters getting muddled. And the waters get muddy, and the quality drops. So it seems they were taking like a risk on this, and if they didn't have confidence in it, they would not put a demo out today after its reveal without a real title. So that's intriguing. So then they did like a quick montage. So they had Star Wars Hunters. We didn't really see anything about the game, just a stupid little trailer. Sometime 2021, Knockout City had a horrible trailer. It ran way too long. all they had to do was go, hey, you can just run around in teams as in like an open city, and you're playing dodgeball. It looks like dodgeball. Just do that. Just say that. They didn't need a 3-minute trailer. Somebody pointed out in the chat, I think it was Zach. Thank you, Zach, for joining in. That it looks very ARMS-esque. Yes, the character models and the style looks ARMS-esque from the game ARMS. It's just dodgeball. That's what it looks like to me. We had a new release from the team NIS America. If you know them, they did the Danganronpa series. That's pretty cool. So it's called World's End Club, and it basically looks like it plays the same. So that's going to be cool. Hades, nominated, won a lot of awards also. It's a rogue-like dungeon crawler, isometric, dungeon crawler. Very stylized. Awesome soundtrack. It's finally getting a physical release, March 19th. I'm sorry, I don't think I mentioned World's End Club is May 28th. But Hades' physical release is coming with it's like a collector's item or collector's edition. So it's coming with like a PC DLC for the official soundtrack. You just get that on YouTube anyway. And then the 32-page compendium for the game, which is pretty dope. So that releases in a month, March 19th. So a lot of stuff coming out in the next few months, which is pretty cool. What blew my mind, they revealed Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. That's amazing. Which includes Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1 and 2 and 3 Razor's Edge. That's from the Wii U. Those games don't get a lot of love. They are decent games. Sigma 1 and 2 are very underrated in my opinion, but they're difficult, very, very hard. Razor's Edge wasn't really played on the Wii U, unfortunately. They pushed it a lot on the Wii U because they needed stuff out there, and didn't really sell that well. It wasn't received well either, but we'll see if they optimize it and touch some things up for the Switch. So that comes out June 10th. We have it bothers me to say this, but Nintendo has been getting into the expansion pass stuff, with Pokemon, with Zelda, and they're doing it for Age of Calamity. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So there's an expansion pass. There's it looks like 3 different passes, or 3 different packs that'll release with the expansion pack throughout the year. It's $19.99, $20. So you can get that now if you want. And then when that stuff releases, it gets updated to your game. We got a reminder that Bravely Default 2 is coming out February 26th. RPG there, if you're into that. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection is coming out February 25th. Basically a remastering, or re-envisioning, or just, it's an updated version of Ghosts and Goblins. This is across all platforms, though, so it's not just on the Switch. So they clearly paid for the advertising space there. Saga Frontier Remastered. That caught my eye. Another RPG. Old RPG being remastered here. Coming out April 15th. Multiplayer Game of the Year 2019. Apex Legends being put on the Switch March 9th. And we have the last unfortunate reveal that they don't have any Breath of the Wild 2 news, which is upsetting to a lot of people. At least he had the balls to come out on camera and say it. It still hurts a lot of people, a lot of their fans. Considering that's what got a lot of people onto the Switch to begin with from day one, March 4th, 2017. March 3rd or 4th of 2017, and I was one of them. So, that sucks. But I understand why they came out and they felt like they had to say something at this point. But we did get a reveal for Skyward Sword HD, which is coming with special edition Joy-Cons. Told you, Nintendo knocks it out of the park with accessories, man. So, but anyway, basically what it is, they ported Skyward Sword over to the Switch. They remastered or refined the controls so it's, pinpoint accurate apparently. But they also finally added button-only mode. So to swing like you would like this, if this is the Joy-Con, you're going up diagonal, up, down, left, right. You can use the right analog now. So to swing up, you go up. You swing down, you do down. That's gonna be so annoying. I can tell you right now. It's a thank you for actually including this, but it's gonna be so annoying because it's not gonna register. I guarantee it. I hope it does. I have a feeling it's not gonna register in quick situations, which Skyward Sword had a couple of issues with later in the game. So there's that. Last traditional console Zelda, basically, before Breath of the Wild. It's kind of, man, that's 10 years ago. Come on, Nintendo, you gotta start putting this stuff out there. And last but not least, we had a Splatoon 3 reveal. I had a feeling they were going to do something soon with Splatoon. Splatoon 2, esports, a lot of people play it still. That's great. Not for me. Secondly, it looks exactly the same. Okay. Like, they're probably going to show us... It's coming out in 2022. Or 2022, next year. So they're probably going to show us more, like, the later part of this year, early next year. They'll probably have, like, expansion pass stuff for it. They'll probably have DLC. They'll probably... And what I thought they would include, finally, is a single-player story mode. But at that point, Call of Duty's beating you. So, anyway. Couple of non-mentions, which I'm not surprised about. The Switch Pro, that doesn't exist. My prediction, if they already did the Switch Lite, which is a handheld-only mode, or handheld-only system, which cannot connect to the TV. So what's the point of calling it a Switch then at that point? Because you could put it in the dock, it goes to the TV. You could put it and take it out, and go to handheld, and you switch between the two. That's the name of the Switch. Anyway, my personal prediction there is if they're going to do another system or another iteration of the Switch, it won't be called Switch. They're just going to move on to the next system, and it'll be a docked stationary system. That'll be backwards compatible with the Switch stuff. That's just personal opinion. That's the only place they can go. And to be honest with you, if they can't make it backwards compatible with the Switch stuff, games, eShop stuff, that's a huge, huge problem because the size of the games are like minuscule. They're so small. You could easily put a jack into the new system if it's a new thing. So that's just personal. Personal prediction. No mention of Metroid Prime 4. They better not be doing, because they haven't said anything, they better not be doing a remastering of the original Metroid Prime trilogy. I mean, there's no reason for that. Just give us a new game. You already called it Metroid Prime 4. You kind of put your foot in your mouth there. So you got to do a new series or a new trilogy. No mention of Shin Megami Tensei. No mention of that. That's up in the air. So it kind of blew my mind that they did No More Heroes 3, which was announced 4 years ago. They talked about Shin Megami Tensei, I think in the last mini direct, probably late last year. No mention of that here at all. So there's just and there's no new Mario besides the port of the 3D world. They did mention, like another 3D Mario, like a Odyssey, like Super Mario Odyssey-esque type game, because that game was awesome, awesome. I actually picked that game as my game of the year over Breath of the Wild, and I'm a big Zelda fan. And I actually had more fun playing Super Mario Odyssey in 2017, because that game is great. A lot of nods to Mario 64. It's basically a spiritual successor to that game. They even made a level based off of Mario 64. So anyway, a lot of stuff coming through, a lot of information. If you want to go back and watch it, cool. I'm always up for discussion. Hit me up on the Twitch feed. Hit me up on the YouTubes. Hit me up on the Instagram if you want to discuss this stuff. I'm always down for a good video game chat. As always, much love to you guys. Thank you for joining me if you did. Thank you for commenting as well. And if you haven't already, share, subscribe. Please, subs help. Subs do everything. And hit that notification bell. I hope to see you guys soon, and be well. Take care.